Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to talk about what tech suit you should buy, but less about which brand or model, and more about how you should spend your money and distribute it depending on what competitions you've got coming up and how big your collection already is. Styled a little bit like BuzzFeed's Worth It videos, we're going to take a look at 3 different suits at different price points and talk about how much value they will have for you as an individual. If you do enjoy my videos, please could you subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment. Let me know how much you have to spend on your next tech suit, and I'll see if I can find you a suit that matches your budget. Now, if we're simply taking a classification of a tech suit as something that has a FINIS approved tag on it, with online deals you can find suits as cheap as £15 all the way up to £310. Now, today I've got 3 to look at. We have the Mizuno MX Sonic 02. I bought this from Amazon Japan, shipped to Oman for literally £33. Like, no exaggeration. You can't get them shipped internationally that cheap anymore. You can get them for about £52 shipped internationally, which is still very cheap. And I think the initial retail price back when this was released many years ago was probably something like £80. I also have the FINIS Vapor Pro. This suit was like £160 at retail, but you can now find it easily under £100. I've seen it as cheap as £90. Finally, we have the Arena Carbon Glide, which was the most expensive suit at its retail price of about £310, although yes, you can find it a little bit cheaper these days. Now, simply looking at how much all these suits cost, you could go all out and you could buy one Arena Carbon Glide. Or you could be a little bit smarter with your money and probably pick up 3 FINIS Vapor Pros and actually have a little bit of money left over. Or you could really save money and get like 5 of these Mizuno MX Sonic 2s. That's without getting a little bit, interested in maybe buying one of these and a few of these and stuff like that. Now, why would you want to buy 3 of the FINIS instead of just one of the Arena Carbon Glide? Is this a better suit? No, and if I'm being completely honest, I think the prices of these suits do reflect what is the superior, at least in terms of innovation and quality and makeup of these tech suits. If you look at the Mizuno MX Sonic 02, it still has stitched seams. It doesn't have any real water repellency treatment. It doesn't have silicone leg grippers. It's slacking in quite a few areas. You can see that it is a cheaper suit, although this is absolutely awesome for how much I paid for it, like unbelievable. Great value, but yeah, it does have some drawbacks. That's because it's not a flagship suit. When you move to the FINIS, you get the things like bonded seams, silicone leg grippers, better water repellency. But it's a single layered suit. It's pretty comfy and easy to get on, and it doesn't have the best coverage. By the time you get to the Carbon Glide, you've got areas of dual layered, you've got carbon fibre included in the material, you have hamstring taping down the back of the suit, you have all the bells and whistles, you've got multiple different materials going on. It really does have everything you'd expect and want from a tech suit. I do think, this is the best of the 3. This is the middle ground, and this is probably the least impressive tech suit of the bunch. Although, to be honest, with the high-waisted cut, I might actually prefer this over the FINIS, but that's not the point. The quality of the suits does go up in the price. But as always, you have the law of diminishing returns. While this might be 3 times the price of this, it's not 3 times as good. And while this might be over 3 times the price of this, it's definitely not 3 times as good. And it's definitely not 9 times as good as this, or 10 times as good as this. That, unfortunately, isn't how it works. The more expensive things get, the smaller the increases in performance are. So what of these suits should you get? And I think that is very, very situational. If you are someone who's been swimming for years, you're training for national championships or even bigger in terms of the level of competition you're at, and you've already got quite the range of suits in your collection, then I do think you should be looking at a flagship level suit. Maybe you like the sound of the Carbon Glide, maybe you like the sound of another model, but you should definitely be looking at, buying what is the top level of suit, sort of money no object, and just buying the one. You've got old suits from previous championship meets and previous seasons to get you through the main season, And you should be thinking about getting a flagship, top of the range suit and saving it fresh for your championship meet. Now, going all the way to the other end of the spectrum, and maybe you don't even own a tech suit, or you've only got one or two, and one doesn't fit too well, then I don't think you need to break the bank and get something super expensive and super top of the line. I think with cheaper suits like the FINIS Vapor Pro, or even the Mizuno MX Sonic 02, you're going to still get decent level performance, especially at an age group level. You're probably not going to need that 1% difference spending an extra, £200 might get you. So you're probably going to be just fine and still hit PBs meet after meet with a cheaper suit. That's the perks of being young. You get PBs a lot easier and you'll do so in one of these cheaper suits. It's not just about what you don't need. It's more about what would be practical and actually give you better performance with your budget. Now, if your parents are saying, well, we'll happily buy you the Carbon Glide, we'll happily pay the £300 to get that suit. So you're saying, well, why tell them to get a cheaper suit when they're happy to get me the best? And I'd rather the best, right? That's what my favourite swimmers wear. But if they want to spend £300 or a bigger sum of money, then I think you'd be better off getting 3 of these, or a couple of these and a couple of these. And I say that because instead of just having one suit that you're going to wear week after week at every single meet, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and degrade because you're wearing it for 10 races 4 times a month. If you get a few suits, say you did get 2 of these and 1 of these, you'll be able to use these cheaper Mizunos as a beta suit that you can wear, for 10 races back to back, and then you could save one for the qualifying meet or your regional meet, something a little bit higher level that, it gives you a little bit of an edge because you're getting a slightly better suit for that meet and it's fresh. It's not just been beaten up. So should you have worn this for, 6 meets and then save this for your better meet, this is probably going to end up performing better than should you've just had this Arena the whole time and worn it 100 times at this point. This brand new finish is probably going to end up performing better than this real on its last legs Arena Carbon Glide. On top of that, if you do just buy one flagship suit, you're going to wear it for every race. And a big difference between, swimming at age group level or an elite level is when you're at an elite level, you're probably swimming 1 race a day, maybe 2 with finals. But if you're at a age group level, you could be racing 2 sessions a day with 3 events a session, 6 races a day, 12 races at meet, 10 races at meet. This is very common. If you have one suit, you're going to be leaving this suit on the whole time. You might end up swimming down in it. You might end up wearing it for 6 hours, 8 hours a day. That's going to stretch it. It's going to leave your muscles getting cold. It's just generally not good for your performance or the performance of the suit. Should you have 3 pairs of these, you can get change between races, which is going to be good for your muscles. They're not going to be sitting in a stagnant cold suit. And it's also going to be good for the performance of the suit because they're not going to be getting stretched out because you're wearing them for hours a day. You put them on, you race, you take them off, you get changed. So ultimately, I do think there is a place in the market for both ends of the spectrum. If you have beta suits to wear in season, buy a flagship level suit for your major meet. When you're at a level where you need that 1% improvement over another suit, then yeah, it is going to have that edge, and that might be the difference between you qualifying for a major meet, getting a national medal. These things are important. Getting a PB for the first time in a few years. But if you don't have any suits and you're looking at getting your first suit, don't just buy the most expensive because it's the most expensive. Actually use your money well and you'll be getting so much better use out of having 3 pairs of Mizuno MX Sonics or 2 pairs of FINIS Vapor Pros, because that actually means you can get changed, get out of your suit, save one for a bigger meet, and look after the suits. You're still going to PB, especially if it's your first tech suit. You're going to feel great, doesn't matter what it is. Save getting something at this level to a little bit later in your career, because then that will give you another edge and another way to get better. The idea of this video wasn't to come out on a massive whim and say, you know what, the Mizuno MX Sonic £33 is better than every other suit in the world. No, for the most part, the suits do get better as they get more expensive. Not always the case. I think all 3 of these suits do a good job. That's why I picked these for this video. And they represent their price range as well. Don't just get sold into marketing and think you need to get the most expensive suit just because it's the most expensive. Be smart about your decision. Feel free to ask in the comments what I think you should get based on your situation, how much you're going to be racing, what you're going to be racing, how much you want to spend, what other suits you've already got. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you on the next one.